Hi there, Nigel of NBW-Graphics here. Well, we've had the Christmas break and brought in the new year. I trust it was good for you as it was for me. In my last Thai adventure, number 6, I was in Phuket. And the time came to figure out how to get from Phuket to the island Koe Samui. Also, I was going to be encumbered with a couple of kittens. Jesse, who has the car come chauffeur service, wanted me to deliver him to our mutual friend Roger in Koe Samui, who lives in the village of Lamai, where I used to live. Anyway, so I hired Jesse to drive me coast to coast, from Batong to the bridge which marks the leaving of Phuket and crossing onto the mainland. That was a 45-minute, 50-minute journey, depending on traffic. Then you've got, say, 3.5 hours coast to coast, making a total of approximately 4 hours travelling time. And at Donzac, that's where you catch the Seatran ferry to Koe Samui, which docks in Naton. That's where Roger met me and took delivery of his 2 kittens. From Naton to Lamai is about 15-20 minute drive. And for those of you who are new to Lamai or not very familiar with the area, I will now give you an overview. So for that I will do a talk over. Anyway, I hope you enjoy and it inspires you to visit Lamai on the island of Koe Samui. Over and out. This is an aerial view of Lamai Village on the island of Koe Samui, and I will give you a quick tour, and if you are new to Koe Samui or a first-time visitor to Lamai, by the time we get to the end of this video you will know your way around and the landmarks to look for. When I give directions such as left or right, that would be as if you are walking or driving and not as you look at the screen. We will start at the south end of the village, at a T-junction joining onto the ring road. When I lived here, the Money Exchange and Family Mart on this corner of this T-junction did not exist, but that is progress for you and the ever-changing face of Lamai. At the T-junction, turn left for Natan and the Seatran ferry, or turn right for Choang Village. We will turn right and take the ring road in a northerly direction, going around Lamai, and when we branch off from the ring road, we will continue around Lamai in a clockwise direction. In the yellow rectangle, you'll see 2 rows of blue-roofed bungalows lying parallel to each other. I rented one of those bungalows for 5 years. And prior to that I lived out of my suitcase for the first 2 years at the Amadeus guest house, as well as a couple of similar places. If I extend the yellow rectangle, you will see a small building complex. That is the Lamai Ice Factory, and you may notice on your travels their freezer vans delivering ice to the bars around Lamai, with the telltale trail of water dripping from the back of the van. Follow the ring road along and you will come to a sharp right-hand turn. This is Wat Lamai, that I call Temple Corner, simply because of the temple grounds and the complex contained therein. Continuing along the ring road, and on the right you'll come to Tesco Lotus. Most, but not all, the things you require can be purchased here. However, if you make a right shortly after Tesco Lotus at the junction you see within the yellow circle, you will find on that corner Lamai's food market. Continue down this road and you'll come to a crossroads, and on the right hand corner there is a weight training gym called Ultra Bodies. The motorbikes you see turning right and going up the road is in the direction you'll want to take in order to get into Lamai Village Centre. You are now on Lamai Beach Road, which is the main drag. Well, that's what I call it. Your next landmark is the Lamai Creek Bridge. Between the gym and the bridge you are now in the Good Farang territory, and those of you who watch his blogs may know what I mean. Continuing up the beach road there will be many landmarks, so just to name a few, you have McDonald's, the boxing ring, the round bars, and further up the beach road you have the Shamrock, the Irish pub. Eventually you'll come to a crossroads. To your left will be the Outback Bar, and to your right is Middle Road, flanked by a cafe each side. If you were to explore Middle Road, you will find many more bars, such as the Rolling Stone, and restaurants like the Cod Whopper. Continue to the end, and on the left hand side is the One Way Bar with a massage parlour opposite, and you are back to the ring road. Continuing up the beach road, and next on the right is a short road known to the local expats as Dogshit Alley, and that is full of bars such as the 100 Bar, Samui Pub and Condom Bar 3. This short road also leads to a cluster of bars that cuts through and back onto Middle Road. Dogshit Alley's correct name is Koe Samui Moon, after one of the original bars there, and was nicknamed Dogshit Alley by Rob Newport, and the name has stuck like shit on a blanket ever since. The next road that runs parallel to Dogshit Alley is where my friend Rob has his bar, the Viper Room, and that is in Soy Holiday Park, named after the hotel that owns the road. Continue along Beach Road and you will find many more shops, bars and restaurants, and then you will come to a sharp bend to the right. I remember once I was having a quiet afternoon beer, and this Farang came speeding by the bar on his bike, and I mean speeding. He continued up the road and I had a good view in a straight line of travel, where you get to the sharp bend, and I thought to myself, well, he's not going to make this. Sure enough, he did not negotiate the bend, he hit the curb, and I'll tell you, that guy could fly. Well, when he landed, I thought, well, that's the end of him. Within very little time at all, an ambulance arrived and took him off. Well, the next day I was out and about on my travels, and I got talking to this guy over a beer, and I happened to mention this incident, and he said, yes, that was me. And I looked at him and I said, well, you were bloody lucky to be alive, mate. And I said, what happened? He said, well, I got knocked unconscious and I came to in the back of an ambulance. He was on his way to the Bangkok hospital. Well, they're not cheap when it comes to accommodation, overnight stay. So he waited till the ambulance pulled up in traffic, and he exited the back doors and did a runner. So that was that. Very lucky guy. Anyway, the corner where he had his accident, self-inflicted of, was where the Amadeus guest house is. After the bend, you will now be going uphill past more bars, etc., including a small weight gym on the left, and opposite is the Muay Thai boxing training area, and yes, all roads lead to the ring road, and you are back to where we started. Now you will see a road coloured blue with a fork in it. If by chance you turn right at the Bridge T-junction, that road will take you past a few bars on the left. The last one of this short string of bars is called Porn Bar. The name is not associated with what you may think of. In fact, the name porn is very common in Thailand, just like Smith in the UK or Patel in India. Eventually this road and the fork will take you back to the ring road. Also be aware that at this T-junction the police set up camp on the right hand side, where they pull in motorbike drivers and deliver on-the-spot fines for not wearing a helmet. I believe the money goes to the Lamai Police Compassionate Bar Fund. If we go back to the beach road where the Outback Bar is, and take a left there and follow that road, it will take you to Lamai Beach and all the associated bars and restaurants. Continue walking on that road and it will eventually bring you out at McDonald's and the round bars. You may notice in the centre of the picture there is another road that links into the ring road. One section of this is coloured red and the rest is blue. This advice is over 4 years old, but things may have changed by now and for the better. The section of the road that is coloured red has or had some very deep potholes in it, and after a good rainfall you could be driving your bike along it and find yourself waist deep in water. Enough said? Well, that brings me to the end of our tour. This route is walkable, but don't forget your sun hat and water supply. Along the way you will come across many bars, restaurants and shops of various types that I have not mentioned. So now you have your blueprint for an adventure. Take a screenshot onto your smartphone and go for it.